And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus, and now they'll try to make the same impression on the court. Going after this win on the road. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami. As seen from the air, plenty going on down there. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And for the Heat, at the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Dragic in at the point guard.
Boy, a big summer for the Mavs here in 2019. Huge cap room. They were looking to stock up on veteran talent while Doncic was still on that rookie contract. Pretty solid position for the Mavericks.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's Butler. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. You talk about the aggressive summer for the Mavericks. The max extension for Porzingis was a given.
Yeah, I agree. And you take a look at what else they needed. More shooting, two-way veteran players if they're going to make a push for the playoffs.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Shot clock at 5. Here's Porzingis. Can't hit that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. 1:21 left here in the first quarter. He was all alone on that one. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you got to love the offensive game of Butler. Does everything and does it at a high level. That's exactly why he's a perennial all-star.
Here's Finney Smith. Pass to Brunson. Doncic outside. The 17-footer. And he nails the jumper.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their games. Deadly from the mid-range.
Now here's Dragic. Porzingis with the block. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Now here's Brunson. Guarded closely. Pass to Doncic. Over Winslow. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Butler with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Butler against Hardaway. Now here's Butler. Fires from 14. Yep, that one goes in there. Butler's got 6 points.
Doesn't get much smoother than that in the pick and roll. Butler really creative in these situations, and he's hard to guard.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Dwight Powell. DeJuan Wright is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Kleba in at the 4-man position. Doncic, no good. The Heat with the lead. The pass to Johnson. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Perea against Dragic. A three from Leonard. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Dallas. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Doncic passes to Wright. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Again, the miss by the Heat. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Perea with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. That ties it up. Berea's got his first bucket of the night.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Berea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
Now Dragic. No points in the game yet for him. On deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, big shot Bob, that's all we did.
Kenny, how do you think Dallas played?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shot's importance in the game.
The backcourt, Dragic and Butler. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
First one falls for him. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Bill's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
The Heat making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Curry's checked in.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Butler. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Olynyk. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Curry. Hardaway for three. Drills the three-pointer. Hardaway's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Miami trailing.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
You can't just heave it, though. I mean, it's got to be a quality shot.
Now, here's Olynyk. Defense is right there. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And Miami making a change here. Leonard's checked in. And then for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wright looking around. Pass to Porzingis. And he comes up with the deuce. Porzingis has got the lead up to 3 now for Dallas.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Winslow with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. This one for 3. They get the rebound. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Dallas up by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Dwight Powell is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. Winslow's shot is off.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Butler.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's Wright. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Outside Dragic. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 8. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Here's Hardaway. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Butler finds Olynyk. Yep, it counts.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
And he commits the intentional foul. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Here's Dragic from outside. Got it! And that cuts the lead to just 5. Dallas calls timeout. They're leading by 5. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Nineteen seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Outside Robinson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Marjanovic. Doncic feeling it out. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.